Rossburg, Ohio, the Big E Eldora Speedway, home to some of the biggest dirt track races in the world. Races such as Kings Royal, Dirt Late Model Dream, World 100, and the Eldora Dirt Derby. Tonight, this virtual racetrack holds home to United States Modified Touring Series. Hello, race fans, and welcome to LSRTV Live on Racing Dirt. Charles Wooten behind the cameras here tonight as executive producer. Tonight in the booth here, it's going to be my announcing partner, Nolan Rempel, and myself, Brandon Kreutz, and again, here with another awesome race here, ready for some more good racing from USMTS. And boy, Nolan, what a show we saw last week, and we're ready to do it all over again here at the famed Eldora Speedway.
Oh, absolutely, Brandon. What a way to start the season off. I mean, you had one driver who I think was definitely the big story of the night. Start down almost last place in the D-main, work his way up, win the C-main. Sorry, win the D-main, win the C-main, third in the B-main, come around from just about last place in the feature to win, not to win, but to come in third place in a 2,000th of a second photo finish, which, might I add, made the top 10 highlights for the month in first place on iRacing. So that goes to show you that was one heck of a finish. It was a heck of a show. I think we're ready to do it all again here at Eldora.
Absolutely, we are, and little information on the series here. If those who may not be familiar with it, the United States Modified Touring Series, USMTS, is the fastest growing and most popular open-wheel dirt modified touring series in the world, attracting some of the most talented and professional drivers in North America. The fan-friendly and exciting show creates for an enthusiastic and loyal fan base, and the USMTS routinely competes in front of capacity crowds. Again, as shown last week, we had a ton of viewers on this race, and every single one of you engaged in the action here, and it was super awesome. So for more information on USMTS, please visit usmts.com. Again, that's usmts.com. And our presenting sponsor here once again tonight, Mel Hambleton Ford, known as one of the best Ford car dealers in Wichita, Kansas area. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. For more information, visit mhford.com. Again, that's mhford.com. So, Nolan, some great partners backing this event again this week, and in about 5 minutes or so, we'll be getting ready to go for some racing action here for the first time of the night.
Oh, absolutely, and I tell you what, I cannot wait for tonight's show because we've got even more people than we had last week showing here today. I just went through it. We've got about 50 to 60 cars that have turned up for tonight's race, and what we're going to be looking for sure, for sure, 6 heat races for the night, which will be followed up by a D-main, a C-main, a B-main, and then a 40-lap A-main, just like the race last week. So, my goodness, again, full show ahead of us here tonight, with over 50 cars getting ready to rumble.
Yeah, it's going to be such a great show out here tonight, and as you said, plenty of cars here going to be ready to start here on the night, and something to expect here tonight is going to be a high-line racetrack. You may see that slider line come into play here tonight, but primarily that high groove until this thing really starts to slick off, which it very well may, is the lines that I expect to see here tonight. But again, going to be some really good racing. These guys put on a really good show here last week from Lernerville, so I'm expecting the same type of content here this week from USMTS.
Oh, absolutely. I really would not expect anything else from these drivers. They've shown that they can provide probably one of the best shows that you will ever see here on the service. And, well, I got very, very high hopes of them tonight. One driver to look out for is Mason Crawford. Remember, he was the driver that started from the D-main, got third in the A-main. So if he can put himself right into the A-main today, he is definitely not out of contention for going for a win today. He's definitely one driver to look forward as we continue to get deeper and deeper into this championship.
Absolutely, and being told that about 9 p.m. Central Time, that's 10 p.m. Eastern, these guys will be rolling into some heat racing action here. The virtual USMTS presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. Shout out to your race director here tonight, Brett Laidhoff. putting in the works here to get these guys rolling for a smooth, clean race show tonight. One of the many guys that are putting on this virtual show, and of course the guys, everybody backing USMTS. And well, Nolan, we're ready to go for heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1, made up of 12 drivers to kick things off. It's going to be Dylan Allen starting on pole position with Kyle Thompson down there in second place. Row 2 will hold Austin Howes and Sam Fankhauser. Tyler Wolf and Mason Crawford bring up row number 3. Cody Gagliano and forgive me for this one. I'm trying to find the just name here. Dustin Hodges down there in 8th place. Alex Williamson and Cody Slauson in 9th and 10th, with Tyler McGoldrick and Lucas Schott rounding out the 12-car field today. Again, 8 laps per heat. Top 3 are advancing to the feature.
So 3 cars at a 12-car field going to be advancing to the feature, as Nolan just stated. Pace truck going to be rolling off of the infield here very shortly with the field stacked up behind him. We're going to come around a total of 2 pace laps before we get going to the green flag racing action. The field is off. Nolan, these heat races, 3 spots to get in. It's going to be some wild racing here just through the first set of races of the night.
Absolutely. So all those drivers going to be trying to hunt down that podium position. Of course, the 2 drivers to look out for the most are going to be Sam Fankhauser, who's going to be 4th place on the outside line. And then, of course, Tyler Wolf down in 5th place. Scott Mason Crawford as well, starting 6th. So unfortunately, Crawford not taking necessarily the luck he might have wanted from that pill draw here, Brandon. So, well, from the outstanding performance we saw, well, just last week, I'm pretty sure he's going to be looking to make quick work of the gentleman in front of him.
Absolutely, as everybody towards the back of the pack will be. Race fans, it's that time of the night, the first time of the night. The iRacing officials, Chevy Silverado pace truck is ready to make that hard left-hand turn into the infield. Dylan Allen going to be leading these guys to the green. They're on the throttle for the first time of the night. Green flag is in the air.
Allen getting a great jump right out of the gate on the entire field, leaving them in the dust behind him.
Leaving them in the dust. It's going to be a side-by-side, almost 3-wide battle back there for the second position. That transfer spot still clean so far, as you're going to see the 4 machine back there. That's going to be Tyler Wolf trying to fight up for that 3rd position now.
Tyler Wolf trying to throw it up the inside of Kyle Thompson, trying to make something work around that bottom lane, and looking good for now. Looking 3 wide behind them, though, and contact being made as well. And 1 car going around, and 13 car gets sent around. That was Alex Williamson that got spun around, but no caution for this first heat. We are staying green.
So far, so green. Mason Crawford trying to make the moves on the inside back there in that 33 machine, and he's got to try to gain some ground if he wants to get himself locked into the same main so far. We're almost halfway down, halfway to race here next time across the stripe.
Well, already Crawford's trying to put himself up into the top 5. Now trying to pull around Thompson in that 57 machine around the outside. The 33 looking strong, almost getting into the back end there of the 4, but he's still managing to pull that car around. So the good news is he's off to a much start this week than he was last week, where I believe he crashed out of his first heat race. So still a much better start for Crawford today. Battle on up front, though, as Dylan Allen is going at it with Austin Howes.
Austin Howes trying to rock that low side now in that 12 machine. Just he lost a little bit of momentum. The track is still tacked up good enough where these drivers can make pretty much any group in this racetrack work. That preferred group still gonna be the high line, but you can make a passing line down onto that low side through the middle of the racetrack. So Austin Howes is trying to make something work. Dylan Allen still holding the lead up front. He's gonna come around to the white flag this time around.
1 lap to go for Dylan Allen. Started on the pole of heat race through luck of the pill draw, and he's looking to finish this one off and put himself on pole position for the feature event. He's going to be coming down through turns 3 and 4 with Austin Howes. I'm afraid nothing for him.
Still going to get that transfer into that A main event. Heat race winner is going to be Dylan Allen. Austin Howes finishing 2nd. Cody Gagliano getting that transfer position back there. Tyler Wolf finishing that 4th position. Mason Crawford going to round out the top 5. From 4th on back, they're going to have to go to one of the mains. One of the D main or B main.
And well, that will push things straight ahead into heat number 2. So just as last week was a very fast-moving program here, well, starting things off for this one, it will be Kenton Allen kicking things off for heat number 2 with Ryan Flatten rounded off this first row. Chris West and Jan Shearer in 3rd and 4th. Row 3 with Dalton McKinney and Ryan Gaunt. Sean Powers and Dennis Mullins in 7th and 8th. Clyde Dunn and Anthony Vasquez in 9th and 10th. Jake Nightingale and Ryan Gilmore rounds off another 12-car field.
So 12 cars starting once again, as we're going to have a whole 5 heat races for the race fans here tonight. So 12 cars going to roll off, 3 advancing to the feature, getting themselves locked into that A main event. Kenton Allen going to be your control car here, not this time, but next time around at a turn 4.
Well, a thrilling first heat where we saw one of those cars, Alex Williamson, get spun around to the 13, and unfortunately, well, it's a bad luck for him. He ended up finishing 9th in that heat, but still a caution-free first heat, and well, heat number 2, I think this is where we can expect these to get kicked off. This is what happened at Lernerville, as you remember. Heat 1 went caution-free. Heat 2 was when the first caution of the night came out. So, well, this is really the race when I think we might see a trend start to form if this is if that's how this will tend to go.
We'll have to find out. Nolan, is the pace truck going to be making its way down into the safety of the infield once again, this time by heat race number 2, ready to take to the action here tonight. They're on the throttle. Green flag is in the air.
Not the best jump there for Kenton Allen. He's already fallen under attack from Ryan Flatten, and you can see there one car around.
One car is around. We stay green. That was the 49. Now 69 trying to fight back down low. There's big contact there towards the back for that second position. Look out, drivers.
Almost trying to go 3 wide. Ryan Gunn up the middle of the 9 to the wall. More contact, and this time Dock around 2, 3 cars around 4 even. Might be 5, and big trouble over there in turn number 3 down the back straightaway. A humongous accident, and somehow we are still green. More trouble on the front stretch.
Everybody keeps it rolling so far. Everybody kept it rolling in the right direction, so officials going to keep this thing green as long as we can. We've got good racing up front at the moment. Dalton McKinney still trying to make something happen to your leader. Still not quite able to get there.
So another car that's just gone around, Anthony Vasquez, his strife continues as he got shunted around, actually from Dennis Mullins in the 02 car down to the front straightaway. So this is, well, it's all kicking off here. It's definitely been a much more physical heat than we're used to seeing, but this whole mess has allowed your top 3 to gap 4th place by a country mile.
Yeah, the top 3 transfer spots, these guys are all going to be locked into the 8 main as long as they hold true to where they are right now. So Kenton Allen, still hanging on to that lead so far. Dalton McKinney going to be behind him, and that's Ryan Flatten trying to make his way up towards the lead of this thing, and that's going to be a slide job pulled by the 69 machine. It was briefly 3 wide for the lead.
And now Flatt trying to make it work, and that's going to put Kenton Allen into the outside wall. Here comes McKinney trying to gun for the lead here as we get to the white flag, and contact for the lead as well. Flatten, though, has it secured.
Remember, folks, these guys are all already locked into the A main, so they got to be really careful with these cars behind them. They don't want to jeopardize that position for any of themselves. So right now, these guys clean down the back straightaway. Ryan Flatten going to make his way down out of quarter number 4 this time. He's going to be your heat race number 2 winner. Dalton McKinney going to come across the line in second, and it's going to be Kenton Allen finishing that 3rd position. Ryan Gilmore is going to be 4th, and top 5 is going to be Clyde Dunn. So again, top 3 locked into the A main.
Clyde Dunn finishing things off in that 5th place, but it will be Kenton Allen, Dalton McKinney, and Ryan Flatten to kick things, to advance through to the feature from heat number 2. And, well, heat number 3 about to get underway as well.
Absolutely it is. Adam Hummerding going to be starting on your pole position here. Dustin Hall going to be starting second to his outside. Inside second row is going to be Bo Reddy. Ryder Cantillo going to be in that 4th position. Jason Murray going to be in that 5th spot. Brandon Gibbons going to be starting in that 6th position. Chad Wheeler starting 7th. Chris Kratz are going to be starting in that 8th spot. Kelby Taylor going to be starting 9th. Eddie Underwood in 10th. 12th is going to be Clinton McFadden. And Benjamin Nading going to be rounding out the field in 12th.
Another dozen cars ready to get underway for heat race number 3. We're about halfway through these heat races now. Well, we will be halfway through the heat races when we cross over from lap 4 to 5 here in heat number 3. So, well, a very intense heat race to kick things off in heat number 2. That was definitely one of the most physical heats I've seen. We had probably thereabouts 4 different wrecks in just that heat alone.
Yeah, somehow everybody managed to keep it straight. Of course, race control going to hold off on these cautions as long as they possibly can. So, you know, as long as everybody's running in the same direction and won't interfere with the race, rest of the racing here, they're going to try to keep it green. So these guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go green flag racing this time around for heat race number 3, Nolan.
Getting ready to go. Green flag racing, and Hummerding holding the field back by some margin. I think it's worth noting that pace truck is well ahead, so look out for a jump here from Hummerding, who is immediately on the throttle when he sees him off, and just as I predicted, a beautiful jump from Hummerding. They're going 3 wide for second now.
3 wide, almost 4 wide back there for that 2nd position. 97, kind of the sandwich. He's the filling in the middle of the sandwich back there. Now it's going to be 3 wide, almost for the lead position up there. These guys all battling for the top spot.
And big cut behind, 4 wide in turn number 1. They were almost 5 wide down the front stretch, but they managed to make it work. Chris Kratzer trying to fight around the inside of Kelby Taylor. This was one of the cars that was putting them 4 wide down the front straight. They're going to go 4 wide again off of turn number 4 for a moment.
A lot of racing grooves here tonight, early at the Eldora Speedway. Look out, 19. Both of the 19s nearly taking a ride there, but everybody clean and green so far down the back straightaway into corner number 3, Nolan, and these guys all racing. They're getting really racy all throughout this pack.
One car hard to the wall. It's Jason Murray, who's just gone around the 49, went into the wall, and he's around on the front straightaway, trying to throw that car to reverse to get it going. He's backing it all the way down to the inside wall, so it looks like promise to just be said. Jason Murray, no caution will come out for that one, but meanwhile, Hummerding up front, trying to fend off Dustin Hall.
Thought we may have had a potential lead back up front, but so far it's going to be a battle back here for that 5th position. Chad Wheeler to the inside of the 88, or to the 38, going to be inside of the 88 now, excuse me. That 8 car down there, that's going to be Bo Reddy, and that's a slide job, almost cut off the front. Nerf bar almost 3 wide back there as Gibbons tries to make room.
Gibbons trying to make room, and he's going to try to make that one work as well, but he's going to be able to get this done. So Gibbons up the inside, 4 wide up front for 4th. Bo Reddy up the inside of Chad Wheeler. Wheeler trying to work that wheel down the inside. Then once again, side by side for 4th place as they are going to be down through turn number 3 and 4. And this time, Wheeler looks like they might have gotten that secure unless Bo Reddy can throw it in.
Wheeler made that slide job clear once again back there for that 4th position, but this is all out of the transfer position. Down at a corner number 4, it's going to be Adam Hummerding coming home with the heat race number 3 win. Dustin Hall finishes 2nd. Ryder Cantillo getting that transfer spot in 3rd. It's going to be Chad Wheeler coming home 4th, Bo Reddy in 5th, and Brandon Gibbons going to be back there in that 6th position.
So Brandon Gibbons down there in 6th. So, well, that will conclude heat number 3. And now, moving right along into the 4th heat of the night, Jimmy Mars kicking things off on pole position. Jacob Blaze in 2nd place. Cameron Weinger in 3rd, with Stephen Whitaker Jr. down in 4th place. Cody Jolly and Jake O'Neill in 5th and 6th. Jason Webb and Nate Chowder rounding out 7th and 8th. Richie Gustin and Jake Steffen round out the top 10, with Johnny Broking and Laurel Havens finishing off another 12-car field.
So again, 12 cars ready to take to the green flag. Second to the last heat race there tonight, and these guys are gonna come off the infield here, gonna get stacked up, doubled up, and ready to go green flag racing once again. Jimmy Mars is gonna be the control car here for the National Green for heat race number 4.
So Jimmy Mars going to be the control car with Jacob Blease going to be on his outside. Cameron Weinger rounding out the 3 transfer spots. So Stephen Whitaker Jr. going to be one driver to watch, as well as Cody Jolly. I think Jolly is one of those newer drivers that we didn't either get to talk about much in the last race, or was fresh to the league, fresh to the series for this race. So we're looking for Cody Jolly to put in this strong performance here as well, down from 5th.
And again, folks, before we go green, you're watching the virtual USMTS here from the Eldora Speedway. And again, your presenting sponsor, Mel Hambleton Ford. So these guys always been on a good show here. We saw what a fantastic finish we saw last week here in the feature, and hopefully we'll get the same type of action as we have already gotten here so far tonight throughout the heat races. Some awesome racing all around as the field is on the throttle. Heat race number 4, we're green.
Jimmy Mars immediately clearing the field, but look at this, already trying to go side by side for the lead. Cameron Weinger throwing it up from 3rd place up the inside of Jacob Blease, and already that's going to put Jacob into the bubble spot, but that 21 trying to fight back, contact for 2nd almost, and that might have put Weinger out of the lead. In fact, it has lots of contact back there from the transfer spot, and this is going to be all sorts of contact. A very messy start to this heat, and well, I think it's all gone wrong for the number 59 here.
Whitaker already back there in that 10th position. He was just up in 2nd. Tough break for him. It's going to be Jacob Blease going to be up into the front of this thing so far. That 29 machine going to be high, wide, and handsome down off the quarter number 2. He's going to clear. He may have company back there soon from Jason Webb. He's last week's winner.
Jason Webb trying to come away with 2 for 2, so he's going to try to continue to pull around that outside. That's where Webb was really strong last week at Lernerville, but a little bit of a touch with the wall might have just ended that run for the lead around the outside through 3 and 4. Looking in the back though, Nate Choder trying to throw a slide job on Richie Gustin for the transfer spot, and he might have just got that one secure, but Gustin looking to fight back.
This is the battle for the transfer position. Race fans, 3 car going to be down low. Richie Gustin trying to make something happen. 88 up on the high side. Nate Choder trying to hang on to that 3rd position. He's got the momentum wrapped around up on the high side, and he's going to be able to clear for that position now. So put Nate Choder up to that 3rd position. That's the transfer position up there.
And the battle for the lead is on as well. Jason Webb looking up the inside. He's going to throw it on in on that 21 car. And Jacob Blease trying the low side, trying to fight back. 2 to go here for heat race number 4 at Eldora. And Jason Webb once again glancing off that outside wall. It seems to be a common habit for the 15 machine, as well, that 21 still trying to fight its way around, and valiantly so, might have a shot at the win.
Ripping the high side is Jason Webb, high, wide, and handsome up front of this thing so far. That 15J, we know he's got speed up into that race car. And he may have company down low. Blease looking down low, not quite able to get there at a quarter number 4. Your heat race winner, it's going to be Jason Webb. Blease finishing that 2nd position. Nate Choder going to be coming home in that transfer spot, that 3rd position. Jake Steffen at 4th. Richie Gustin going to be rounding out your top 5 for heat race number 4.
Well, and with that, that will mean that it's time to just immediately push things ahead, because this program, it stops for absolutely nothing. Kevin Rutherford going to kick things off on pole position for the final heat race of the night. Davis Givens rounds off that 1st row. Nicholas Wiley down there in 3rd to round off the transfer spots. Mike McKinney in 4th. Tim Ward 5th. Kevin McNatt down there in 6th place. Matt Martin 7th. Dylan Dickerson 8th. Tyler Butler 9th. One of the drivers that was actually clinching 2nd place in last week's race. Jeffrey Wood in 10th, Tyler Drummond in 11th, with Cale Westover in 12th place.
12 drivers going to be taken to the track for heat race number 5. Again, your final heat race of the night. Pace truck going to be rolling off of the infield here momentarily once we have all the drivers settled back there. So Kevin Rutherford going to be coming to and leading to the fields to the green flag here. Again, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here live at LSRTV and RacingDirt.com. We do appreciate all of the viewers here tonight. Again, USMTS Modified Racing. These guys put on such a good show here so far tonight. And again, Nolan, we've still got a lot of racing here to go.
But yes, the heat races are ending, but we've still got 3 more races to decide the grid for that feature race of 40 laps. And well, I can tell you right now, one driver that will have a seriously hard time making it is actually Kevin McNatt, who, well, I hate to say it, starting in 6th place, never made the grid. So, well, your 12-car field has just become 11 as well. Might have had our first retirement of the night before his race had even began.
Yeah, Kevin McNatt not making the call here tonight. So we're going to be going green flag racing next time around at a quarter number 4. The field slowly crawls down the back straightaway. You never like to see a race car going slow. Here momentarily, we're going to crank them up for you. Heat race number 5. Again, 3 cars lock into the A main here. Rutherford going to be leading these guys to the green flag. He's on the throttle. Green flag in the air for heat race number 5.
Terrible start for Davis Gibbons already. Cars sliding around in the back. Jeffrey Wood taking a 360 spin. He's back going, but a terrible start there from your 3rd place driver who's already lost out on the transfer spot. More contact up front. Tim Ward trying to throw in the middle. He started 5th place. He's up into the transfer spot. They're 3 wide for 4th behind them, as well as the battle on for the lead.
Battle for lead up front. Nick Wiley going to be down low. He's trying to fight for position. Your leader up to the outside. Wally's going to clear. Now it's going to be a battle for that 2nd position. Now battle for the 3rd. They were almost 3 wide if they weren't 3 wide there for a split moment. Now it's going to be 3 wide off a turn forward.
3 wide for the transfer spot. Kevin Rutherford trying to throw it in up the inside, trying to get up there where Tim Ward is trying to run. Well, so far, just about single file apart for 1 or 2 key cars in the back. And once again, Kevin Rutherford finding the outside wall, that number 9, so not finding the luck he's wanting to tonight. Trying to find the outside line, and almost he is into the wall a brief moment again. So Rutherford not having the heat he wants to. A bit of a clumsy run for him into the outside wall down the back straightaway. Trying to throw it the inside, but can't get that back end stepped out enough to make something work.
He is in that transfer spot now, but he's got a hungry 96 behind him. Now below him, he's going to try to make that slide job work. As he does, the 9-car has to shoot down low. It's going to be side by side into quarter number 3.
Rutherford trying to find something to work. Mike McKinney trying to pull that top side, and McKinney is through into the final transfer spot with 3 laps to go. Big send from Rutherford into the corner, but not able to find something to work. And while it's looking like things might be settled for the 3 transfer spots, but McKinney getting all sorts of aggressive slide job for the heat lead. 2 for 1 in one corner, but he loses out on 1st place as they cross the line with 2 to go.
Don't count him out of that lead yet. He managed to sneak to the outside of both those cars. That's going to be a 2 for the price of 1. Nolan out of quarter number 4. He's going to come around and take the white flag this time by.
And Tim Ward might be trying to steal 2nd here as they do take the white flag. Wiley into the wall, and Ward all the way down the inside range. Trying to make it work, going to come back right up in front of that 0-2. And now Wiley trying to fight back. Battle is on for P number 2. McKinney going to come away with the win off of turn number 4. And Wiley going to pick up 2nd place. Tim Ward having to settle for 3rd as they cross the line. Matt Martin in 4th with Kevin Rutherford rounding out the top 5.
Unbelievable set of heat races we witnessed here so far tonight at the virtual Eldora Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got 3 deciding races to see who else is going to be locked in to your main events. D-Main racing time. Top 3 are going to be locked into the feature. Nolan, take us away with your starting lineup.
Starting lineup for the D-Main 15-car field. This time it's Tyler Wolf starting things off on pole position with Jake Steffen down there in 2nd place. Clyde Dunn and Kevin Rutherford round out row number 2. The top 5 finished off by Brandon Gibbons, Kyle Thompson down in 6th place, Johnny Broking and Ryan Gaunt in 7th and 8th, Tyler Butler and Benjamin Innie in 9th and 10th, Sam Fankhauser in 11th with Cody Jolly in 12th, Chris West 13th, Jeffrey Wood 14th, 15th car field is going to be Jason Murray to round things off. Top 3 from this one, well, they're going to be going through into the C-Main, and then they might have to do it again.
Absolutely. So again, 15 cars on the grid. It's going to be a 12-lap D-Main event here. 3 cars going to be locking themselves into the A-Main or into the C main, I should say. So these guys, getting myself into the rhythm here, as we don't do this in the East Coast often where I'm at, but these guys gonna be top 3 into the C main. Oh, no. Okay. My apologies. It is top 3 to the feature. Stacked Consolation races is going to be the move here of the night. So it is exactly what I thought it was.
Well, so definitely changed things up then. Last week, it would have been the top 3 from the D main go to the C main, and vice versa from the C to the B, and then it was the top 6, I believe, from the B main into the features. So definitely changing things up a little bit here at Eldora. But hey, a format change every now and then certainly keeps us on our toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the series trying to look out to see what's best for the drivers here. So top 3 into the feature, and yeah, it threw me off from last week. I was trying to think of what we did last week, and it didn't seem to match up. But the field's going to be coming to the green flag here this time at quarter number 4. They're on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. D main racing.
Tyler Wolf, first one off into turn number 1. He's going to get that lead completely secure, but already looking for coming behind. Jake Steffen trying to make something work, and all sorts of contact going on behind them, and looking to put one car to the outside wall, looking almost 4 wide, but they're still clean and green. Johnny Brokey, big contact with Rutherford, who's in the outside wall. More contact. Rutherford still trying to sneak around that outside line. He's going to be able to get himself still grinding that wall. Rutherford having a disastrous race here tonight as he continues to put himself into the wall. So battle on though for third. The transfer spot is wide open.
They were 5 wide at the back of this field. May I just point out, Nolan, as they settle it out, we stay green. There was a lot of contact, but all of these guys managed to come out of it so far. And again, the battle for the transfer spot may be getting hot here as the 88 may have company from behind him. Brandon Gibbons wants to get himself locked into this A main event.
Brandon Gibbons wants to get himself locked in. He's going to have to try to find some way to make it work, though. Gibbons can find his way around the inside of Clyde Dunn. Dunn still trying to work that high side, looking a bit lower this time in turn number 1, but going right back to the wall in turn 2. The top 4 running away, and this thing is still getting shaped up. 12 laps, though, for the D-main. It looks like an attempt for the lead. Jake Steffen trying to get on the inside of Tyler Wolf, wasn't able to make it work. Meanwhile, though, move for second place, though. Clyde Dunn puts himself up in a second.
3 cars now. It's going to be 4 cars under a blanket, all trying to fight for that top spot. Gibbons going to be down low. It's going to be 3 wide for that second position. 3 cars under a blanket. They're going to hold it all the way down the front, straight away into quarter number 1.
Trying to hang on, and Clyde Dunn securing second place for now. Battle on for that transfer spot. Steffen trying to fend off Gibbons. Gibbons deep into turn number 3 up the inside as we're just past the halfway point for your D-main now, but Steffen able to hold on around the outside.
Jake Steffen trying to hang on to that transfer position. They're up into the outside wall. Big contact with the concrete. Now it's going to be a wreck down the back straightaway. Hard up into the inside wall. Up into the air goes that 27. Big time wreck, and of course the D-main, the officials not throwing any yellow here. They keep it rolling. It's going to clear. We stay green.
And so Clyde Dunn, it's just him and Tyler Wolf now to battle for the win. 1 car still on the bottom. That is Steffen, who comes back in front of the track. And what in the world is the 27 doing? He's just taking out half the field.
Well, look out, look out. It's going to be a battle for the lead up front now. Tyler Wolf, he may have company from behind. They come around and take 2 laps to go this time around.
2 laps to go, and well, Jake Steffen, his night is definitely done now, and I have a feeling it might have been a fit of anger there. So well, shall I say, it's usually not the way you want to see that, but battle on for the lead. Clyde Dunn taking advantage from Tyler Wolf, who wasn't able to get himself in there. New race leader for the heat, it's Clyde Dunn.
Clyde Dunn still has company from down below. Tyler Wolf trying to make something happen down there. He wants that race lead back. They come out of corner number 4. It's not going to happen. D-main winner, Clyde Dunn out of quarter number 4. Coming home in second, it's going to be Tyler Wolf. Brandon Gibbons coming home in third. It's going to be Benjamin Nading in 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is Jeffrey Wood.
So it seems like, well, Gibbons, Wolf, and Dunn rounded it off, and well, unfortunately for everybody else, that will end their night early. C-Main about ready to go here as well, though. Another 12 laps, another 3 drivers advance through to the feature for your C-Main, another 15-car field.
Starting on pole, it's going to be the number 66. That's Ryan Gilmore. Number 66, starting in second outside front row, Matt Martin. Bo Reddy going to be starting that third position. Second row inside, second row outside. It's going to be Cody Slauson. Jake O'Neill starting in that fifth position. Dennis Mullins going to be starting sixth. Kel Westover starting in that seventh position. Eighth position is going to go to Chris Kratzer. Alex Williamson in that ninth position. 10th is going to be Cameron Winiger. Anthony Vaquez is going to be starting in that 11th position. 12th is going to be Davis Gibbons. Eddie Underwood is going to be starting in 13th. 14th is going to be Tyler McGoldrick. And rounding out the field in 15th, it's going to be Laurel Havens.
Well, so it's definitely been a very interesting, it's been an interesting one for sure for now. So another 12 laps to go, another 3 drivers going to advance to the feature. Gilmore is going to be looking to put himself up into that future race with Matt Martin. Definitely going to be ready. I'm pretty sure that Bo Reddy is more than ready to try to keep, he's more than ready to try to defend from that transfer spot, because he's going to have Cody Slauson and Jake O'Neill, who are 2 drivers that are going to be trying to fight hard to get into the feature event tonight.
Absolutely. So Ryan Gilmore going to be your control car for this start of the C-Main events here. And again, 15 cars starting the race. It's going to be 3 cars locking themselves into the feature events. So 15 cars, Ryan Gilmore going to lead these guys to the green flag. They crawl down the back straightaway this time. Nolan, take us away.
And so it will be Mr. Cody, not Cody Slauson, it will be Ryan Gilmore, your control car. We get set to go racing C-Main style. Ryan Gilmore gets on the loud pedal. We're off and away.
Gilmore leading these USMTS modifieds down into quarter number 1, nearly going around. Back there was that 8 machine. Everybody keeps it straight so far. We stay green. Ryan Gilmore in that 66, he pulls away with a pretty good gap of the lead, and so does second and third. Now company back there for that 4th position. Look out, Bo Reddy up to the outside wall goes the 8.
Bo Reddy trying to fight that inside line as Cody Slauson trying to work the outside, looking too wide for second place up front as well. Matt Martin trying to gun for second place. He's going to get that spot secured now. Martin throwing it up the inside, trying to go for the lead around Ryan Gilmore. Can't find the momentum he needs off of corner number 2.
Battle up within the top 3 now. These guys all trying to fight for that top spot, and it's going to be side by side again off of quarter number 4. Almost a little bit of contact there between those 2 drivers.
Well, now the top 3 are looking secure for now. They're continuing to pull the gap over Cody Slauson, who was the first, who was down in 4th place, and right now can't find a whole lot to put himself up in contention for that transfer spot. Chris Kratzer, though, and Kel Westover trying to fight around the outside. They're due battling for 5th place in the heat race, and well, Westover definitely not wasting time, trying to make whatever moves he can to try to find some way to at least improve his position if he can't go for the main event win tonight.
Slauson down on that low side. Still Kratzer fighting up top there in that 19 machine. He's got the momentum up on that high side. He's able to make it work where it counts. And now looks like he might be able to clear for that position this time around the bottom line. Just not quite able to hold that momentum the way that it needs to down low. Now the AK's got company right to his rear bar.
Dennis Mullins just had trouble. He's been
look out!
Wrecked it. 1 car going around as well. Over there, turn number 1. That's Cody Slauson, who has thrown his C-Main away.
He manages to keep it straight. He's straightened it back out, and we stay green flag racing even still. We look back up front. It looks like Ryan Gilmore's pulling away by a pretty good margin. Battle for second. They go single file as they both clip the outside wall. Battle still on back there for the 4th position. 15 up top. 19 gonna be up into the outside wall now. Around goes the 19 down low.
Kratzer's dying, coming to another end. That means Kel Westover, nothing in contention. He's going to be on the bubble. Bo Reddy down there in 5th place. He's also to the outside wall. Closest battle right now up front, looking to be for about 6th place with 3 cars trying to run the outside wall. Cameron Weingar still down at 6th and trying to find a way around. He's into the outside wall, and Tyler McGoldrick throwing it up the inside, and he puts himself into the wall trying to go for 6th. Weingar going to fight back.
Yeah, that was heavy contact on the outside wall, and that may have hurt his race car there, Nolan, as Tyler McGoldrick kind of hurting there after that one, I do believe. He may have filled that one in the morning, but Bo Reddy hanging on back there in that 4th position. 5th so far, hanging on. It's Kel Westover. And again, top 3 locking themselves into the feature. White flag at the stripe this time.
White flag, and here comes the dive from Matt Martin trying to pick up 2nd place around the inside. No momentum down at the flat there on the inside of the racetrack. So Jake O'Neill, can he try to find something for the heat lead? Is Gilmore keeping things up to the wall? The answer is going to be no. Ryan Gilmore will lock him out in the C main to take victory. Jake O'Neill down in 2nd, and Matt Martin, those 3 going through to the feature event tonight.
Matt Martin clinches that transfer position, and now we switch gears and move on to B-Main racing action.
This time, Chad Wheeler going to be kicking things off. Mason Crawford, well, true to the pattern, he didn't have the best heat, so he is down here in the B main. So Crawford trying to keep that up, and try to maybe go for an A-main win tonight. Richie Gustin down there in 3rd with Jake Nightingale in 4th place. Dylan Dickinson in 5th. Kelby Taylor 6th. Dutch Hodgins, sorry, I keep on getting this one screwed up. Dustin Hodges, there we go. My mouth is just not wanting to work for me tonight. In 7th, Jimmy Mars in 8th, Sean Powers 9th, Tyler Drummond 10th, Clint McFadden 11th, Lucas Schott 12th, Stephen Whitaker 13th, Jan Shearer 14th with Kevin McNatt rounding out the 15-car field. And of course, the question is, in McNatt's case, is he going to be taking the grid for, well, the B-main here?
Yeah, that is the question. We know that he's a fast driver through the series, so it will be interesting. And so far, not making the call. So I don't believe Kevin McNatt will be making the call here tonight, and therefore not going to be anywhere through the A main.
Well, now here's where we can really start to think about one thing. Remember in the last week's race at Lernerville, Mason Crawford started 2nd place in the B main. Remember, he was really powerful around the inside line there. That's where he was making all his moves. That's where he was making up all his positions. Eldora, though, it is very much a top line racetrack. Let's try to go for a slide job. You cannot hold the momentum around that inside at all. We saw a couple attempts in the closing laps there. So, well, this is going to get rather antsy. I think Crawford, if he wants to go for the inside here to try to make up those moves, he might have to think about a change in strategy, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know. That outside line seems pretty powerful here so far, and I do believe it will remain that way throughout the rest of the night. So if Crawford can get the jump here on Wheeler to his inside, I believe Crawford may have a good shot at pulling away with this thing. We know that he can carry that speed, but we're going to find out here momentarily. Pace truck going to be making its way down into the infield this time by Chad Wheeler. Going to be leading these guys to the green flag. He's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. B-Main Racing.
Chad Wheeler with a clean start, and Richie Gustin trying to fight his way around the inside. Nothing for him, though. Mason Crawford going to stick it right to the outside line. Battle on for 4th place. It was all sorts of physical to start the heat race, and Jay Nightingale just dropping down spot after spot. He was in 4th place. Now he's down to 5th. Going to lose another one to 6th here as Jimmy Mars pushes around, and now Crawford going to try the inside line. I think you'll find really quickly here that might not be where you want to go, except Crawford, he actually might be trying to make it work here because he's going to be right through to the lead here on Chad Wheeler, trying to push up in front, but Wheeler going to take it back.
Yeah, no momentum that for that line down at a quarter number 4 that last time by 33 sucks himself down low once again, and again not quite able to get there. He's got to be really careful with that gap up on the high side. However, he does not want to lose that transfer position. Again, top 3 locking themselves into the A main. It's going to be a side-by-side battle back there for the 3rd position now.
Kelby Taylor pushing around for 2nd, and it looks like Crawford was not near to the wall as he was last time, so Crawford realizing that inside line won't be working for him tonight. He's going to have to try to find his way around the outside, and I think Richie Gustin might be getting a bit close for comfort, so Gustin now, he's going to have to try to catch up with the outside line, but he's not going to get it, though, if he continues to hit that outside wall the way it is with that back end.
Crawford now down to the inside once again. The 192 machine, he got the outside wall. Crawford saw the opportunity and still not quite able to hold that momentum. He's going to have to jump behind the 192 once again. And again, going to be top three riding under a blanket. Nerf bar to Nerf bar here down out of quarter number 2. Look out!
Crawford with a big shove to Kelvin Taylor as, well, that might have helped Taylor get to the inside, but now Crawford on the outside hits him again, and that might have just ended it for Taylor. Hang on, buddy, and Taylor going to be keeping third place, but that got very, very physical. Crawford certainly not playing games tonight. He's up the inside with a slide job for the lead here on Chad Wheeler.
That was a textbook slider there for that 33 machine, by the way. He manages to hang on to it out to the front side, and now here comes the 88 to his inside. Not quite able to make it work. He loses momentum for that move.
So Mason Crawford going to take the lead of the B main tonight. So can Crawford try to find his way around? Chad Wheeler still locked out in second place, and right now nothing to challenge Crawford. Taylor looking secure down there in third place. And right now, Jimmy Mars, again, nothing able to challenge that number 192 there for third place in the final transfer spot. So right now, things looking very calm in your B main with 3 laps to go.
Mason Crawford, man, though, he licked the stamp and sent it there for that slide job move, and he manages to pull away out there in that number 1 position. As things got hectic there, things have set to calm down here so far as we just got 2 laps to go, now making 1.5 to go this time at the backstretch.
1.5 laps to go, and Crawford is just blitzing this field, just continuing to run away with it over a second gain now, which, well, if you're new to dirt track racing, a second, 1.7 seconds now, that is a country mile on a dirt track. It's almost a quarter of the circuit, so Crawford going to be down through turn to number 3 and 4. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. Mason Crawford is going to be through to the feature race tonight. Chad Wheeler picking on second place, and to lock out the grid for the A main, it is going to be Kelby Taylor.
So these guys will go through a quick warm-up period, and we'll be set to go to A-Main racing time. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all of our sponsors here with the United States Modified Touring Series. Mel Hambleton Ford Inc., one of the best Ford car dealers in the Wichita, Kansas area. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. For more information, visit mhford.com. Again, that's mhford.com. And Kaiser Manufacturing. Their commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items they produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, they can do that. For more information, visit kaisermanufacturing.com. And FK Bearings Incorporated, a world-class leading USA manufacturer in rod ends, spherical bearings, custom engineered bearings, and related products. Established in 1983, FK Bearings brings over 35 years of experience to the industrial and performance racing and off-road markets. For more information, visit fkrodends.com. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the United States Modified Touring Series live here on LSRTV and RacingDirt.com. They're the fastest growing and most popular open-wheel dirt modified touring series in the... Check. All right, there we go. I do apologize for that. They're the most popular modified touring series in North America. The fan-friendly format and exciting show creates an enthusiastic and loyal fan base, and USMTS routinely competes in front of capacity crowds. For more information, visit USMTS.com. So with that, folks, these guys are gonna go through a quick warm-up period. We're gonna rest our voices before the game main. We'll be right back. Stick around. Hello and welcome back, race fans, to LSRTV live on RacingDirt.com. We're ready to go A-Main Racing, Nolan, and it's going to be a good one. Take us away with your starting lineup.
Well, it's going to be Dylan Allen and Ryan Flatten locking out that first row. Adam Hummerding and Jason Webb in third and fourth. Mike McKinney rounding off your heat race winners in fifth place, with Austin Howes down in sixth. Dalton McKinney and Dustin Hall in seventh and eighth. Jacob Blaze and Nicholas Wiley in ninth and 10th. Cody Gagliano in 11th. Kenton Allen in 12th. Ryder Cantillo and Nate Choder in 13th and 14th. Tim Ward and Clyde Dunn in 15th and 16th. Ryan Gilmore with Mason Crawford in 17th and 18th. Tyler Wolf and Jake O'Neill in 19th and 20th. Chad Wheeler and Brandon Givens 21st and 22nd. Rounding out the 24 car main event is going to be Matt Martin and Kelby Taylor.
24 cars on the grid, ready to roll out here in just a couple of moments. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost showtime here at the Big E Eldora Speedway, one of the most famed dirt tracks in the world, and you're watching it all here live on LSRTV, USMTS Modifieds. We're going to take 2 laps here, rounds, before we get ready to go green flag racing.
So getting ready to go green flag racing. Well, to the fans, hold on to your hats. It's about to get wild. To the drivers in the cars, tighten those seatbelts and the helmets, and well, give those seatbelts a good old tug, because we are getting ready to rumble in just 1 lap's time.
So one more time around, and the iRacing official pace truck is going to make its way down into the safety of the infield, down in turn 4. So the field to make it a crawl down the back straightaway. Again, myself, Brandon Kreutz, Nolan Rempel here in the booth, Charles Wooten behind the cameras. We're happy to be with everybody here tonight live LSRTV on RacingDirt.com. We'd like to thank all the fans for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the night. Buckle your seatbelts, hang on to your hats. The mighty Modifieds are ready to rumble. It's showtime.
And immediately out of the gate, Dylan Allen going to take it to the inside line with Ryan Flatten trying the outside. Adam Hummerding going to secure third place, and so far, single file now, but already battling for the lead. Flatten trying to throw a slider for the lead around Dylan Allen.
A battle for the lead up front already early in this 40-lap A-Main, or 100-lap A-Main event, I should say. Oh, 40-lap A-Main event. I do apologize. Gosh, the lap's not going to count here tonight. The 98 down on the inside, 96 down on the outside. Now it's going to be side by side for the race win.
Side by side, and so far Flatten high, wide, and handsome in that number 96. And he is doing a fantastic job running out in front, with Allen trying to throw it at the inside, trying to find something for him. And so far, a very clean start to this race, much cleaner than it was at Lernerville, but still, intense nonetheless. So looking 3 wide elsewhere throughout the field, and I can see Mason Crawford already into the top 10, and he's still looking to pick off drivers.
Still looking battle for second up on the front side of this thing right now is slide job from the 6 as Jason Webb has to take evasive action. 98 came down the racetrack, and that was almost disastrous for that 15J. Here comes the 96 inside.
Mike McKinney trying to make something look for contact, and Jason Webb going to be squeezed on up, but so far Webb still nice and clean, as McKinney now under attack as Webb tries to fight back. He won't be able to find the momentum though around that low side. They're going to be side by side to the back straightaway now for 4th place as they dive it back off at a turn at number 3, as already approaching lap number 7. So getting close to that quarter mark in this race already.
And that it is, and man, that 15J Jason Webb, he's last week's winner. He's got a lot of company, already lost 1 spot, and now he's got the 74 down low, 69 below him. It's almost 3 wide back there for that 5th position. Look out, these guys getting close down to the quarter number 1.
Jason Webb still fighting around that outside, trying to find something to work. Dustin Hall down in 6, and he's still trying to fight his way up the inside. Can he make it work? Not just quite. So still side by side. It's a beautiful battle. This one is for 5th place as Webb continues to try to fight around that outside. He's sure having to go at it though.
And that he is. And now here comes Mason Crawford to that 33 machine. Familiar faces coming up towards the front of this thing already. Crawford, he's hit a roadblock, nowhere to go. He's going to try to take it down the middle. Almost 3 wide back there for that 5th position. Look out, 33. He hit the concrete.
Mason Crawford is already on a mission. He's worked his way up from about 18th place, and now he is looking to be up and into the top 5 now as he dives it back off underneath Dustin Hall, up into 6th place now, and still trying to find something for it. The question is going to be, now that he's in 6th, gunning for the top 5. Jason Webb currently trying to fend off Dylan Adler, pulls a slider up in front of him. Now Webb trying to fight back. He's going to continue to clinch that spot, and still Crawford finding the middle groove, and now he's up into the top 5.
What a power move by that 33 machine down low. He managed to go right across the front nerf bar with the 98 machine down there. Crawford tried to rip that high side. Now he's staying right at the tire tracks of Webb up in front of him. And these guys are going to try to gain grounds on the guys in front of them if they want any chance so far clean and green in this feature event.
Mason Crawford still trying to find the speed, dives it up under the inside of Jason Webb. Crawford still taking no prisoners. That trend continuing right from Lernerville. So can Crawford try to find his way up? He's certainly going to have a hard time if he wants to get up to Ryan Flatten, who has got the field by 2.5 seconds. So if Crawford wants to go for the win, I don't think that's going to happen. But opponent position, it's certainly not outside that realm of possibility.
Absolutely, and anything could still happen to this race event. Not even to the halfway point of this thing yet. Since we're only on lap 15. Crawford's still right in the rear tire tracks. As of right now, this is your closest battle up within the top 10. Crawford, he's going to try to move down low. There's a little bit of tack down there. You can see the lighter area. Jason Webb up to the outside wall. Crawford going to take it all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to pull the slide jump down at corner number 4. He's going to be able to make it stick. He pulls away with that 4th position.
Now Crawford going to try to run that high side, but here comes Jason Webb, who puts Crawford into the wall for a moment there in turn number 2. So that 33 car certainly having to go at it tonight as he's up in the 4th place now, trying to run down Mike McKinney for 3rd.
Mike McKinney may have company soon. Crawford pulled away from Jason Webb. Now Webb still got company back there for that 5th position. Now these guys all fighting hard up within the top 5. As caution flag in the air for the first time of the night.
And this one was a bit of a slow flip actually over there on the front straightaway. Clyde Dunn was caught up in this one. It was with Brandon Gibbons to clinch it right alongside. This was just near the halfway point as well. So Clyde Dunn, well, on the replay, it's Dunn was right at that outside line. Unfortunately, Gibbons came right in front of him. Both cars ground along the outside wall, and Dunn, unfortunately, got tipped up against the wall and did a complete rollover.
So tough break for both of those drivers, and we're going to go caution speed for the first time all night long.
Well, so caution speed for the first time. If you'll remember at Lernerville, we were doing this already back in heat race number 2. Well, not tonight. It's always a good thing when you can see these drivers trying to go, trying to go for the first caution only after we're near the halfway point of the feature event. It's definitely been a much cleaner event than that last race was. I think that might help with the track like this track, of course, much faster than Lernerville as well, and much wider, so it allows for some much more aggressive racing too, because it allows for bigger sliders to be thrown as well.
Absolutely a wide racing surface for all these drivers to work with here. So 22 to go once we go green flag racing here. Not quite to the halfway points, but we are getting there. 40 lap feature. It's going to be Ryan Flatten bringing these guys to the green flag here. They're on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air.
This is good for Crawford. He can potentially go for a race win now, assuming he can go his way, but already he's lost out on a spot. There goes Webb trying to take back fourth place. Crawford still trying to fight that outside line. Top three, runaway single file. Webb throwing the inside up, trying to get one on Humperdinck, but can't make it work. Crawford down to fifth place. He's looking at the inside now on Webb.
Oh, look out in front of him. 2 cars up to the outside. While that stacks everybody up, around goes a car behind them. It's going to be 4 wide up there for that 4th position.
4 wide for 4th position and still looking strong. Humperdinck right to the outside wall. Crawford down into a podium position. So now Crawford trying to go for a personal best here in this series is trying to run down Mike McKinney down just like last time. 3 wide though, behind for 5th.
Look out, Jason Webb. He's got contact from behind him. Almost came right up across the dirt bar of the car behind him. That's going to be the 6th junior back there behind him. And these guys are all fighting under a blanket here. Close racing it out. Crawford trying to battle it out for that 2nd position.
Crawford trying to fight it out. McKinney pulling the slider. Now just past the halfway point. Mason Crawford trying to gun for 2nd and Flatten not able to pull away as much this time. Can McKinney try to go for the cutback? He cannot, but Crawford glances off the wall. They are going to be side by side down to the turn number 3.
Crawford, high, wide, and handsome up there up against that outside concrete. Now he's got a slide job. He pulls a crossover down low. He's going to have to try to get himself. Slide job to the 33 down outside of corner number 2. 33 is going to hang on to it up at that outside. Now he's got his eye set on the 96 up front.
Mike McKinney tried to throw it in, but he couldn't make it work. So now his eyes are set on that 96 team machine of Ryan Flatten running up front. Crawford just trying to find his way up there to try to make something work, and he is closing in fast. Rick, this is such a story from what we saw last week. Remember, in the last week's race, it was from the D to the C to the B to 3rd of the feature. Now it's from the B, and he's trying to go for the 1st win of the season here in the feature race tonight, and he can definitely make it work.
That he can. He's ripping that high side. Look at the momentum. He closed right up on Ryan Flatten in your lead as Mason Crawford trying to make something happen up there. Your leader up to the outside wall. A little bit of contact between the top 2. 33 is going to dive down low. Mason Crawford, he's going to try to pull the slide job this time down to the corner number 4. New race leader down off of corner number 4 after a little bit of more contact. Mason Crawford, 33, he's going to be your new leader.
Mason Crawford up in the 1st place. The hard work really paying off for the 33 machine. Flatten trying to throw it in, trying to reel him back in, but it doesn't look like he'll have anything for him. Crawford, well, this race just gone right into his hands. That caution saved his race there, it did, because now he's able to close in for the lead. He's able to get that move done for the lead as well, and he's continuing to pull the gap just like Flatten did in the first 15 laps of the race.
A little bit further, latter half of the top 5 now. Jason Webb may have company for that 4th position. Jason Webb is last week's race winner here at the USMTS Modifieds, and now he may have a little bit of company behind him. That 6th junior, Adam Humperdinck. He wants to try to fight for that position.
Turn number 2, sorry to cut you off, Brandon, but big crash from 4 wide over at turn 2. Dylan Allen caught up into this one, and it was at least 3 cars that got caught up in this one.
Jake O'Neill went up into the outside wall, and there was 1 car up into the air there that I saw, so it looked like these guys were up in a 4 wide position down into corner number 1. Or no, it looked like it started down the front straightaway. Contact between Dylan Allen and looks like the 0 car behind him. That's Jake O'Neill. They carried it all the way down into corner number 1 and shot back up across the racetrack, and well, that was that, as hard contact for a couple of those guys up into the outside concrete.
Well, it's going to be 10 laps to go when we go back green flag racing according to race control. So, well, 10 laps to go, and now Crawford's lead that he was starting to run away with has been absolutely diminished. So this is going to get intense. Flatten will be trying to fight back on the outside. McKinney, no doubt, will try to throw something here for 3rd. So the shenanigans of ever the times to bring out all the stops to go for that lead, now is that time.
Absolutely. So Crawford going to be restarting here down at the low side of the racing surface, and that could open the doors for the 96 Ryan Flatten if he gets a good enough restart here. Lights out up atop the iRacing official pace truck. These guys are going to be going green flag racing. It's going to be 10 to go this time across the stripe.
And so, all in the hands of Mason Crawford. We haven't seen how we can be on the hands of a restart with 10 laps to go. Now we're going to get to see this to here and holding the field a little bit, but he's off and away. Ryan Flack with a good jump from the outside, and already Crawford to the inside, trying to make sure nobody can pull a slide on him for the lead right out of the gate.
So Ryan Flatty's got company back behind him. The 296s trying to fight up front. That's going to be McKinney. Now here comes Webb. Almost going to be 4 wide up there for that second position.
Webb trying to go for third place, and here comes Flatten. Big dive of the inside, can't make it work, and now Mike McKinney might try to look for a crossover in turn 3 as well, but can't find anything to work for that number 96 M machine.
Nothing up there quite yet. And it looks like these guys are going to head out single file so far, as it's going to be a big contact with the field behind them. 69 machine almost going around, the 6 junior back behind him. Brandon Gibbons trying to fight for real estate up there. Also going to be 4 wide in the latter half of the top 10.
4 wide of the line after the top 10, and now we're going to finally double file it back out. A battle on for the lead. Crawford, he's trying to take the inside line, but that's not working for him. He's got to find his way back to the outside and fast because Flatten is there. Now, Crawford going to try to pull the slider for the lead, but he's going to end up losing it here on return number 4. This is falling apart. Crawford's got to find his way. He's got to stick to that top side, the inside. No momentum, and now Flatten's trying to come back. Battle on for the race lead.
Battle for the race lead is on. 96 down up on the low side. He pulls the slider down on the corner number 4. Crawford with the crossover now down into corner number 1. He's going to slide up in front of that 96 machine, and he's going to pull away with the race lead as he's going to clear once again.
5 laps or less to go. Mason Crawford still trying to find something to work. Here comes, holy cow, here was Jason Webb with a huge dive up on Mike McKinney to put that 96 car into the wall. So the 96 head machine into the outside wall, but he's held on to 3rd place. The flight's still far from over though. Crawford already has lap traffic. Nicholas Wiley in his sights. This race is far from over even with less than 4 laps to go.
These guys are all fighting for position. Crawford back down to that low side now. It looks like he's trying to experiment, and he's got to be careful because the 96 already making his way back up to his back Nerf bar. He's going to shoot back up to the high side now. Crawford going to be high wide and hits him once again up front.
Now Crawford going to stick to the high side, and he's got 1 lap car to deal with Nicholas Wiley. Got to get that 56 machine or the 02 out of the way, and he's got to get out of the way fast. Going to try to go around the outside. 2 laps to go here at Eldora, and Crawford high, wide, and very much handsome around the outside. If ever there was a time for a big send slide job, well, Flatten has got to find everything in his stocks to get it done now. White flag is out.
Mason Crawford, we saw him last week at the 3 wide photo finish there at Lernerville. He finished in that 3rd position. He wasn't quite able to get it done. This week, he makes his way down through quarters number 3 and 4. Your A main, your feature event winner, 33 Mason Crawford.
Checker flag is out on Mr. Mason Crawford. It was a 3rd place last time, but oh so close. This time there will be no more heartache for the number 33. He is going to be up and in to take victory. It'll be the 33 to victory lane, and I think this one, once again for Mason Crawford, very well deserved.
Very, very well deserved A main win from that 33 machine, Mason Crawford. Man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, USMTS Modified Racing never disappoints. We're going to be right back here with the post-race show here live at LSRTV and RacingDirt.com. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, race fans, here live on LSRTV and RacingDirt.com with the post-race show here presented by Clan Wars Servers, the official communication partner of LSRTV. As these guys are ready to go here, virtual USMTS racing presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. As here for post-race interviews, I do believe Nolan has caught up with your third place finisher here tonight.
I have indeed, and I'm standing by here with Mr. Mike McKinney. Now, Mike, it was definitely a very different event tonight, and well, despite the format changes with the top three having to go to the feature instead of having to advance through the C and the B mains, you still managed to come away with that third place finish. And well, how are you feeling being on that third step of the podium?
Yeah, we weren't too bad there, man. Just, you know, we got 50, 60 guys come in. It's a pretty good feat to run top three. So congrats to Mason there on the win. He clearly had the best car and Flatten there on second. You know, they're two pretty good racers on here. So anytime you can run third of them, it's a pretty good night. So just want to thank, you know, everybody who's putting this on, the USMTS and, you know, Racing Dirt. We're streaming it for everybody at home. You know, I'm a UMP guy in real life, but I'm a big advocate for USMTS and love being involved with them. So it was cool to come out here with the podium finish.
Well, I know that Lernerville is very much different from Eldora, and I think it's safe to say that while tonight's race was definitely faster, Mike, it was actually significantly cleaner than it was. And, well, I guess I'm more curious on a personal preference here. Did you actually like Lernerville more, or are you more of a fan of the Eldora circuit? Because both tracks, they drive very differently from one another, argue.
Yeah, you got a lot of room here on Eldora. I think anybody who knows me knows I kind of like riding that wall. So that's kind of where we all ended up there, and you know, came out pretty clean. So glad everybody here could have a good race, and hopefully everybody watching online had
Well, I know that we certainly had a very fun time up here in the broadcast booth, just like we did in Lernerville. And, well, before we let you go, then to celebrate your third place for the night, do you have anybody you'd like to shout out for us?
Yeah, once again, just thank, you know, Racing Dirt for streaming this for everybody back home. I know it's a tough time right now. There's a lot of iRaces going on and stuff, so, you know, it gives everybody something to do. And just thanks for everyone put on the broadcast, USMTS, all the admins. It was a good show, and we'll be back.
And that was your third place finisher, Mr. Mike McKinney, and I believe Brandon has caught up with your second place finisher tonight, Ryan Flatt.
That I have, Nolan, down here, pit side, the second place finisher, Ryan Flatten. Ryan, you know, you come home with a strong run here tonight. How you feeling after tonight's race?
Oh, pretty good. Didn't really want to see that caution halfway, so I think we're sitting pretty good. And I seen man going through the field, and I figured my only chance was to go green the whole 40 laps. And then, of course, that didn't happen. And Mason made us look like fools after that, but it's pretty fun.
Well, you guys held, you know, really strong there, even all throughout the nights here, and you guys really put on one good show up front. So tell us how it was battling up there for the lead all night long.
It's fun. Anytime you can run up front, it always makes things easier, and just get through the heat race and not have to run a B. That makes it a lot nicer too, but it's always fun to get on here, turn a few laps while we try to wait till we can get back in our real cars.
Yeah, speaking of the real cars here, what's your plan here for the upcoming race season once we get back to it here, Ryan?
I run a Wasota Super Stock, they call it up here in Minnesota, so I'm just going to probably race my normal 20, 25 shows and stick to one, maybe 2 nights a week, and we'll see what happens. We got to get started first. Who knows when that's going to be.
Absolutely, we do. And you know, of course, in the midst of all this this dilemma here that the United States is facing, it's good that we can still turn here to the iRacing service with some awesome racing. And of course, huge shout out to USMTS here. But Ryan, is there anybody that you'd like to thank or give a shout out to here for your performance tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Stearns for turning the wrenches, Skorcheski for selling some swag. And I'd like to thank Racing Dirt for broadcasting, putting this whole deal together with Kevin and you guys broadcasting. And it's pretty cool to get on here and spend a couple hours, and since we're not doing anything, and turn a few laps and have some fun.
Absolutely. And here on a Sunday night, Ryan, congratulations on your podium finish tonight. And I do believe that Nolan is down in victory lane now with your race winner.
I certainly am. And now Mason Crawford. Well, let's put it this way. Last week, you lost out on the main event by just so little in a 3-wide photo finish. Tonight, though, the hard work has all paid off. And how does it feel to finally be standing the victory game so close last week?
Yeah, man, it feels good. Last week was, kind of a bad situation to come up that close, be that close at the end and not get it done, but that was awesome.
Well, it was looking like Ryan Flatton towards the halfway point was absolutely running away with the win. And then, of course, we had the caution come out, and that helped tighten the field up. And ever since that caution ended and you were on the restart, well, you were in complete control ever since then. And, well, you completely went through, you cleared the cars, and you came away with the win. Is it safe to say, then, that you happened to get a very lucky caution then tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if it would have stayed green for sure, there's too much of a gap. He was way outgone. Caution kind of saved me there and it was allowed me to, get close enough to make a move on him. But it's so hard when everyone's fighting for real estate up top to make passes and things like that. So you really need everyone to kind of be bunched together to even get that done. So yeah, the caution pretty much saved it.
Well, it still is a good thing to finally speak with you here in Victory Lane after, again, you came so close last week. And, of course, well, race number 3 is going to be up next week. And are you thinking you'll be able to carry the momentum from your win today? Because, well, if this is the performance you can, again, put on from starting so far back down in 18th place, I'm looking forward to see what you can make for us later on in the season.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking I'll still be there, but probably gonna end up just wrenching for my little brother, helping him out rather than running myself. I just wanted to get one of these wins, and I think that's good enough. I think he probably is still in the lead with the points being 1st and 4th place finishes. So probably just gonna help him try to get this points championship.
Well, and then real quick before we let you go then and celebrate your victory tonight, did you have anybody you'd like to shout out for us before we let you go?
Hayden Cardwell for, being eye in the sky, helping with the shocks and everything, getting his own dig. Jason, of course, and Kevin, Racing Dirt for putting the deal on. That'll be it.
And that was your race winner after much hard work and a very well-deserved win at that. Your race winner, Mason Crawford.
All right, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was your top 3 that we just spoke to. We want to give a shout out to all of our partners here tonight. Of course, starting off with the United States Modified Touring Series. USMTS is the fastest growing and most popular open wheel dirt modified touring series in the world. Attracting some of the most talented and professional drivers in North America, the fan-friendly format and exciting show creates for an enthusiastic and loyal fan base. And the USMTS routinely, competes in front of capacity crowds. For more information, visit USMTS.com. And of course, our presenting sponsor here tonight, Mel Hambleton Ford Inc., known as one of the best Ford car dealers in the Wichita, Kansas area. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. For more information, visit MHFord.com. And of course, Kaiser Manufacturing. Their commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in a wide range of fabricated items they produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, they can do that. For more information, visit KaiserManufacturing.com. And of course, FK Bearings Incorporated, a world-class leading USA manufacturer in rod ends, spherical bearings, custom engineered bearings, and related products. Established in 1983, FK Bearings brings over 35 years of experience to the industrial performance and racing and off-road markets. For more information, visit fkrodends.com. Nolan, what good racing we saw here tonight once again at the famed Eldora Speedway, the Big E. These guys were 2-3 wide all night long. That was awesome once again from USMTS.
Absolutely. It was an absolutely phenomenal race. And I think what was the best part about that is we only actually got 2 cautions throughout the entirety of the event. That's what I liked the most about this, is the fact that, it was a relatively clean race, all things considered. And well, with all that, I can't wait for week number 3 again. Just like the first race, the second race was definitely just as exciting as the first. I wouldn't doubt that the third will be as exciting as the second.
Absolutely, and this 40-lap main event proved that anybody can come from anywhere in this field and still run up front, no matter the circumstances. So these guys all doing that. And Nolan, any final words before we cut out here tonight?
Well, just the fact that it's been a very, very fun night as always, and well, again, very much looking forward to next week.
Absolutely. And of course, shout out to all of our sponsors here. Of course, the series sponsors: Mel Hambleton Ford, BCC Signs and Graphics, Mel Hambleton Ford Racing, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Racing Shocks, and FK Rod Ends, and our channel sponsors: Sawblade.com, Clan Wars Servers, Fane Design and Media, and East Coast Motorsports Media. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on Race and Dirt and LSRTV. From Charles Wooten behind the cameras tonight, my announcing partner Nolan Rempel, and myself, Brandon Kreutz, would like to say good racing and good night, and we will see you next time.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.